Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sherard Show. I'm your host, Sherard. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a very exciting show this afternoon. We're going to be talking to a young man who's an up-and-coming star. He certainly looks like a boxer, and he has been doing it for not many years, but he's been doing it right. He's only 19 years old, and he's 2-0 pro. First time on the Sherard Show, we're going to be talking to the man himself, Mr. Shymoney. But before we get to Shymoney, the Sherard Show is brought to you by the Pure Essence Television Network, where you can see some of the greatest episodes of your life, from the recent Michael Spinks episode to Temptations, Isley Brothers, Jay Leno, and coming soon, Justin Bieber. You don't want to miss that. It's also brought to you by iHeartRadio. If you missed this broadcast on television, you can also listen to it on iHeartRadio. Just click the link below and you can smile and drive. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boxing is one sport where you don't play. You either are ready or you're going to get knocked out. And this is a young man who's been doing it. He's currently 2-0 as a professional, and he has the look, the cachet. He's here to talk about his career and what's next. First time on the Sherard Show, the young man, Shymoney. Welcome. How are you, young man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. It's an honor having you on. I really like that shirt. That's really nice, man.
Yeah, this
I
this
know
my merch right here.
Team Shymoney. That is really cool. Now tell me, Shy, what got you started to becoming a boxer?
Well, my dad inspired me to box. My dad was a boxer, and I was going to the gym with him. Probably was about 2 or 3, and I used to just try to do what he did. I used to try to punch the punching bags and try to shut a box like him. And he started working with me as I got older, and I just stuck with it.
Very good. Now, what do you like the most about boxing? Because a lot of times you get some inspiration from like the Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and things like that. But did your inspiration come from your dad, or who did it come from?
Mine definitely came from my dad. At first it was keeping me out of trouble for a long time, and it was very fun for me. Growing up, just saying I box. They're like, you box? Because I was very small growing up, so it was like, you box? I'm like, yeah, I box. So it was just different. So I just loved it. But it was definitely my dad though, and my dad he got his own boxing gym. He always had his own boxing gym. So
Very good. And now, how many amateur fights did you have before you turned pro?
almost 70, almost 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Not, wow. Now, what is it like? I mean, this may be an obvious question, but I'm not trying to be obvious on it. But what is the biggest difference between amateurs and pros, so that you've come to learn?
Well, sorry. Well, amateurs is more like a point system where you're fighting. As far as when you're fighting, it's more like tap, don't get hit. It's really outscoring your opponent. Pros is more like sit down on your punches and make more physical contact. Far as like it's different as far as the business game too. When you're amateur, you don't get paid. When you're pro, you get paid. It's a big difference. You wear a headgear. Pros, you don't wear headgear. And I really like the pros better. But
Very
I'm
much
glad
so.
I could go through the amateurs to have the experience, learn how to fight in front of people, um, learn how when I feel good on my good days and off days, it's just a good experience for me. Traveling, all that.
Now, you travel a lot as an amateur as well?
I traveled a lot. I've been traveling since I was 8. I was going to the nationals when I was 8 years old. I've been traveling since then.
Wow.
I,
Now, Shy Money, when it comes down to what was it like the first day you got into the ring as an amateur, opposed to the first day you got in the ring as a pro?
the first day I got in the ring, it's kind of hard for me to remember because I was like 6. But I remember we got a video actually though. I was at the gym, I was sparring, I was hitting him. I kept hitting him, and then he started crying. They were like, hold on, hold on. They were like, hold on, champ, take your time, take your time. I was still hitting him. And it was just like I just stuck with it since then. But as far as my first pro fight, it was fun. It was just like a celebration for me. Like more like I made it. Not that I made it settle down, but more like I got through all this, I got through the hard stage. Like
Very
that's
good.
that's
Now,
for me.
now the audience wants to know, what is your weight? What weight class are you fighting out of?
118 bantamweight.
No, what's bantamweight? It's like rank the weights. Is it like flyweight and bantamweight and featherweight or what?
Well, bantamweight is 118, and then you got the welterweight. Welterweight is way bigger. Every division. Bantamweight is very small. Yeah, I fight the smallest.
Very good. Now, when it comes to boxing now, often people don't realize that it's a business first. I mean, no
Yeah,
matter how
business.
skilled you are, it's still a business first. But how do you deal with the horror stories of hearing about the business of boxing?
Well, you always gonna have bad and good with the business. So you just gotta just suck it up and deal with it and just keep going. You can't let something that just because it was bad business the first time stop you. You know what I'm saying? Because we done had bad business a couple times and we just still grinding. I mean, you can't let nothing stop you at the end of the day. Like you gonna have your good and your bad and you learn from it. So I done had bad business with my clothing, bad business with the boxing. So you just, like I said, you just gotta keep pushing.
Now, typically, when is the time frame? And I see your questions, but when does the time frame happen where how many fights you usually have to have under your belt before you can start making money as a pro? And then also when you can first get your title shot?
Well, your first punch that you throw as a pro, that's when you make your money. The first time you ever fight as a pro, that's when you make your money. Yeah. If you consider an amateur, you don't get paid for fighting. You get paid for fighting when you're a pro. So if you turn pro right now, you would get paid for fighting.
Oh, wow. I'll get paid to get knocked out, huh?
I mean, if you I wasn't thinking of that, but oh, but
Very good.
your title shot, it depends. Everybody's career is different. Your title shot, it depends, or if you're ready. But I feel like you should get a title shot at least 13-0,
Very good. Now,
depending, everybody got their different time frames. Some people take
mhm,
longer, some people want their title shot earlier.
mhm. Now, what's the nerves like? For example, I mean, like when you see the Floyd Mayweathers and you see the Gervonta Tank Davises and you see all these fighters who've been doing it for a long time. No, Floyd is retired, but sometimes the biggest fights, like for example, you're very young, I know, but when Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez, that was one of the biggest fights in boxing history. It was huge in 2013. I think it was September 2013. But the thing about it is that Floyd doesn't look like he has nerves. Do you still get nervous before every fight?
I always get nervous because when you're not nervous, you won't be as twitchy in the ring. You won't be as fast. You always want to have nerves. Like you shouldn't go in there overconfident saying, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a walk in the park." That's when you get hurt. I always be nervous. I mean, I don't be scared. I be nervous. You
Very
always
good.
gonna be nervous because it's a big day for you. I don't look at it as a big day though. I always looking at it, it's the next day. Like just another day in the gym, another day in the park. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So if you train properly in training camp and have a good training camp, it usually translates over to the match.
Say that one more time.
If you have a good training camp and you do whatever, you feel
Mhm.
good about yourself during training camp, um, does it usually translate over to the match, the night of the match?
You definitely will. How you train, you can't cheat the grind. You grind real hard. Whatever you put in, that's what you're gonna get out. And that's all I can say for that. Whatever you run it, you get up, run 5 miles every day, you're gonna get that out. If you go out there and you slacking, you're gonna slack during the fight. Like,
Very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who just joined us, we're talking to the up and coming superstar boxer, Shymoney, first time on the Sherard Show. We'll be taking your questions momentarily. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to find out who does this gentleman's fighting style model the most? Is it Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard,
yeah.
Marvin Hagler? You tell me. I'm Sherard. We'll be right back right after this.
Here's an important message from the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center. If you have diabetes, you know the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce your pain right away. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. Call the U.S. Med Diabetes Solution Center to learn about this groundbreaking new CGM technology. If you have Medicare or private insurance, call to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. US Med is the #1 rated supplier on Google and Facebook reviews. So call us right now to see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no cost. US Med. Better service. Better care.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sherard Show. I'm your host, Sherard, for our Tuesday conversation with the man himself, the young up-and-coming superstar boxer, Shymoney, who's wearing his Team Shymoney shirt. We're going to learn where to get that from, where you can purchase that momentarily. So, Shymoney, when you watch boxing, see, you watch it differently than most people who can't box. But when you're watching boxing on television, what are you usually looking at when you're looking at your favorite boxer?
It all depends what day I'm on. Sometimes I'll go and just look at the feet. Sometimes I'll go and just watch them throw their jab. Sometimes I'll just watch and just watch them fight. Or sometimes I just watch them throw their feints, watch their movement. You know, I'm always trying to learn something when I'm watching boxing.
Now, who are some of the boxers that you that are some of your favorite top boxers that you always enjoy watching them?
You got Andre Ward, you got Floyd, Shakur, got Javante, you got Terrence Crawford. There's so many great boxers out there.
Very good.
And I love watching myself too. I just love just looking at myself. I'm like, dang, I did that. I did that. Okay, I did that. Yeah.
Mhm. So what is your style like? The millions of people want to know. Is it hit and don't get hit? You got a killer jab. What is your style?
I'm just so versatile. Just all depend how I'm feeling that day. But for the most part, I love fighting on the inside and the outside. And if you watch me, you'll be like, yeah, you can't really tell how I'm gonna come out. You really can't tell. So I say my style is kind of like Andre Ward style a little bit. I could get ugly with you. Then I got that boxing like Floyd. Then I got pretty defense. Um, fast on my feet like Sugar Ray Leonard. So it's a lot.
That is impressive. It's funny you mentioned Andre Ward because he retired undefeated. People don't know, and he was a very, very good boxer. And he went in on his own terms and he left on his own terms, and he was very skilled. So it's amazing. You usually know boxing when you list Andre Ward as one of the top ones. A lot of people just forget about him, but he's a great boxer.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
much so. So now, why did you mention you said you can get in like Floyd, so you can slip punches very well?
I got great defense. I got great defense. Yeah.
Very, very good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take questions from the audience. They're lining up for you, young man, already. So you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right. So this one is from Phyllis. This is from Phyllis. She's from Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina.
Riley. Okay, so she's right around the corner from you. 45 minutes.
Very good. Okay, Phyllis. She's saying, good-looking young boxer. You really seem like you know what you're doing and only be 2-0. Her question is, what is your end game? What is your goal to being a boxer?
My goal as far as fighting, every opponent I go against is not let him stop my dream and go in there and dominate. That's
Very
my
good.
goal.
Very good. You
Yeah,
got
go
it,
in there
ladies and
and
gentlemen.
dominate.
Go in there and dominate. Now, okay, I appreciate it, Phyllis. This one is from Charlie. This is from Charlie Ross. He's all the way in Los Angeles, California. He's out here too. Impressive young man, has the looks of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? When I was younger, I always used to want to look like Muhammad Ali.
Well, you certainly do.
I used to try to get a haircut like him when I was younger. I used to watch that movie Ali by Will Smith played in.
Mhm.
I used to watch that every day. I used to want to be like Muhammad Ali when I was younger. Yeah.
You look just like him. Well, Charlie has a question. He said that a lot of times boxers, especially in the last generation, when they stay in a ring too long, they become punch drunk. What is your plan to not become punch drunk when you retire?
Well, punch drunk, I think me personally, I think punch drunk come from just sparring a lot, beating up your body a lot. And just be smart with your career. You see a lot of boxers is not punch drunk. You got Mayweather, he boxed alone. You got Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford still boxing. So I just feel like everybody's career is going to be different. So my plan is not to be punch drunk, but just protect my body. And I feel like when my body tell me it's time to stop, I'm gonna stop.
Very good. Very good. I'll give you time for one more question. This is from Demetria. She is in Atlanta, Georgia. She said,
Atlanta,
"Oh,
okay. Yeah.
incredible young man. He's so gifted and so articulate." Her question is, how are you going to continue training when you make millions and you're waking up in silk sheets?
Well, let me be honest. I just gotta train like I'm still broke. Just gotta train like I still ain't got it. That's all I'm gonna
That's
do.
very good, very good. All right, Shy Money, where can people be able to reach out to you for further questions?
You can ask me further questions. My Instagram is official Shymoney, ShyMoney.
Now,
Um,
can they purchase their wear on that on Instagram as well?
yeah, they can. It's the link in my bio. You go
Mhm.
on my Instagram, my website, and my bio. But if you don't want to do that, my website is
Now,
www.shymoneymerch.com.
besides t-shirts, what else do you have?
That's all I have right now. It's just t-shirts. I'm finna come out with some new ones. So I fight next month in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Mhm.
And I'm finna have some graphic tees. And it's gonna have me up there with my last fight.
Very good. Now,
And then,
Shy, tell me a bit about the upcoming fight.
I'm fighting in Greensboro, North Carolina, April 25th. It's on a Friday.
Mhm.
And I'm just getting prepared for that. So tomorrow I'm going to Detroit to go get some sparring in. I'm gonna be gone for a week. I just
Mhm.
came back from Maryland. I told you I travel all the time. So that's all I be doing. I just be grinding.
Mhm.
And that's all
Very
I'm
good.
getting prepared for.
I'm very proud of you, young man. You are
Yeah,
doing it,
thank
and
you.
you're about to be something. I could just see you out there, man. On the zone or on HBO Box or whatever, man. Showtime Boxing. You're doing the big things. I can just see it. This man has it. He has it automatically. So now, any final thoughts for your fans out there?
I just appreciate y'all for supporting me and just thank you for everything. Cause without y'all support, I wouldn't be here. So
Well,
I
ladies and
just thank
gentlemen,
y'all.
that Shy Money on the Sherard Show. I really appreciate him stopping by. Definitely make sure you pick up his merch. The link is in the right there on your monitor. Shy Money doing big things. We know he's going to deliver it on April 25th, and then it's just sky's the limit from there. For Shy Money and all the people who are watching, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, the best way to get back on your feet is to miss 3 car payments. I'm Sherard. We'll see you next time. Bye now.